Hey everyone, it's Craig with One Man's Cancer Journey, coming to you with my weekly update. This week was Christmas, and I hope that you and your families were able to celebrate a wonderful holiday season together and enjoy time away from work and time spent with family and friends. For my health update this week, this was a week that we did not have chemo, so I had some good energy going into the holidays, so pretty excited about that. We are continuing with our acupuncture, so had that just the other day, and some Chinese herbs to help us hopefully fight and reduce the neuropathy that I continue to have in my feet and my hands. We're preparing for the next round of chemotherapy, the first round of chemo for 2025, which will be next Friday, January 3rd. From a mental health perspective, as I shared last week, I thought this Christmas would be different from last year. But I did struggle a bit this week, and I wanted to share a little bit more about that. It took me a bit to figure out why I was feeling a bit off, but as I thought about it, I think the number of changing traditions this year just kind of caught me off guard. So, if you were with me last year, I think it was episode 26, I talked about how traditions can bring comfort and normalcy when things are going crazy. And so this year we had a lot of traditions that actually changed. So changing traditions is not necessarily bad, but it does remove some of the normalcy or comfort that was there from traditions of the past. So the first change this year was that for many years I have purchased my wife Megan a figurine to add to our nativity that you see in the background here. And this year I was able to add the bagpiper. And as I was looking through my available figurines, I realized that I pretty much filled my nativity scene. And so we really don't have any more figurines to add. So unless the artist figures out how to add some new or different figurines, I'm not sure that I'll have this gift for her next year. And it was something that I always looked forward to, and she always looked forward to, and it has been nice to kind of display. We have it at a place here in our home that we're able to display it year round. And so it's a nice little tradition. Second, for Thanksgiving, we typically celebrated here at home, had a Thanksgiving meal, and then the girls would go out on Friday to do Black Friday shopping. But this year, because Mariana is in school and has to work at the zoo and take care of the animals, we traveled up to Gainesburg, which was a great experience and a lot of fun. But because she had to work on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, and on Friday, the girls didn't get the opportunity to kind of go out and do Black Friday shopping. And sometimes it's not about the gift that they give, but just the experience of the three of them being able to go out and spend some fun time together in the early mornings. The third tradition that changed this year was since 2006. So for 17 years, our family has had the tradition of going to Epcot and enjoying the candlelight processional, the telling of the Christmas story through word and song. And for 11 of those years, I served as a cast member and was on stage performing. But this year, when it came time to renew our annual passes, we decided not to renew them because Abigail's moving to California next year. Mariana's up in Gainesville full time and will be graduating in August. So she'll be moving on to a full time role as a zookeeper or some sort of internship, and we're not sure where that will be at this point in time. And with my disease, as I've shared, it's tough for me to do the parks. And in fact, I can't walk. So I'm reliant on those that go with us to push me in a wheelchair. And since it was just Megan and I, or mostly will be Megan and I didn't want to put that burden on her. And so we made a tough decision to give up our annual passes. But what that did mean was that for the first time in almost 18 years, we weren't able to enjoy Epcot's candlelight processional. And so it was a little bitter to say goodbye to that. And then the final tradition that changed this year was usually on Christmas Day, we all wake up here at the house. I put in my overnight French toast casserole that I've prepared. We open up our stockings, which come from Santa, and then have some breakfast. And then we turn to gifts and open those gifts. But again, this year, Mariana had to work at the zoo taking care of the animals. And so we wanted to respect that. And so we traveled up to her apartment, had a great time with her. but she had to work. And so we weren't able to wake up and do stockings. In fact, she came home around lunchtime and we had our brunch. And then we opened up gifts first because Mariana's boyfriend was going to join us for opening up the stockings. And so we did all the same things, just in a little different order and a little different place. And as I mentioned, I think that some of what happened this year was there were a lot of traditions that changed. And traditions changing is not a bad thing. It happens over time. In fact, my brother's family ended up celebrating Christmas 3 times because of the schedules of their kids. And so overall, it's not a bad thing and it's a good thing. And I'm excited for that, but it did leave me feeling a little off during this period. And so I wanted to share that in case you were caring for someone with cancer or you're going through it and you had some of the similar struggles that I did. For those that pray, I would ask for some continued prayers this week. Last weekend, I participated online watching Dale Nussbaum's celebration of life service. I continue to pray for his family. And then I had 2 of my team members at work who experienced deaths in their families last week. One, she lost her father and she had lost her mother earlier this year. So this will be the first holiday season without her parents. And so pray for her. And the other lost an aunt that he grew up with. And so pray for him and his family as they deal it. And just keep all of these folks in your prayers as it's a difficult time to lose someone, but even more so around the holidays. For my gratitude moment this week, I'm grateful for sandals. May sound funny, but actually here in Florida, the normal attire is flip-flops and sneakers. And since I've got neuropathy, wearing flip-flops has become more challenging because I can't feel my feet and they don't grip the flip-flops. So I walk out of my flip-flops. And so for Christmas, Megan got me some sandals that have a strap that goes around the back of your ankle. And so this has allowed me to once again wear flip-flop style or sandals that are helping me to be able to just wear these types of shoes as opposed to always wearing sneakers or lace-up shoes. So I'm grateful for small things like the straps that go around the back of your ankle that allow me to wear sandals in Florida. My name's Craig. I'm with One Man's Cancer Journey, and I wish for you a blessed week.